Lady Lily back with another video, and this is Insecure Season 4, Episode 2, Low Key Distant. So the show opens up with Molly and Andrew. They are out on a date, pretty much wrapping up the night. Andrew goes to take a call, and Molly comes back, saying, is everything okay? He says something with work, no big deal. And he goes to say he's looking forward to taking the cake. And she said, I'm not planning to share my cake. And it leads up to them finally having sex. So we got that out the way. And from the looks of it, Andrew is doing the damn thing. Issa and Condola meets up to do the walkthrough of a spot for the block party. They both are in agreement that it is the perfect location to hold the event. They both look to confront the elephant in the room when Issa offers to take Condola out for drinks. She mentions she has a romantic weekend getaway, and then Issa realizes that the romantic getaway would be with Lawrence. But however, they address the matter. It's all good. They're gonna, move forward, and hopefully that takes the awkwardness off the table. It's Halloween, and the girls are getting together to celebrate. Kelly dresses up like one of the characters, the Halle Berry character from Baps. She looks like the Baps from that movie Halle Berry was in. Issa is dressed as the Jigaboos from School Days. Molly is a cheerleader from Bring It On, and Tiffany is Cleopatra. So Molly finally reveals that she has sex with Andrew, and the sex is great. However, she feels like he's not opening up to her. She feels like, they laugh, they have sex, but there's no depth to it. And he's not opening up to her, and she says she feels like, she's spilling her guts, telling him everything, and he's slow to reveal things. Issa and the girls feel like that's not necessarily if good sex, good times, that's not necessarily a bad thing, and maybe Molly's reading too much in it. Issa is back at it with Thickums Bay, and they finally have found some sexual positions that work. And he even asks her to grab onto his butt cheek because it really turns him on. When all is said and done, Thickum Bay, TSA Bay, whichever one you want to call him, can't find the condom. So Issa is freaking out, looking through the covers and the sheets, and it ends up falling up out of her. Thank God. Lawrence and Condola are out for dinner, and she mentions that he was brought up in a conversation that her and Issa had, and it's all, adult Lawrence start poking and prying like, well, how did you get that, and how did I come into, the conversation, and what really brought me up, and he was just questioning like, am I finna be the topic of discussion every time they get together? It is obvious that Lawrence is uncomfortable. Lawrence is discussing this matter with his boys. He said he just don't know how to, confront it, because he don't want to be insensitive to Issa, but he don't want to be like rude and just abrupt with Condola. So, he's with Derek, and he's with, what's that other guy named? Derek and Chad. So they're telling him, he needs to just leave it alone, or, stop, meeting people that know each other. So anyway, Issa and Condola is wrapping up a meeting, and Issa had plans to meet up with Molly for dinner. Actually, Molly is coming to the place where they're having a meeting for dinner. Condola's gonna leave, but Issa encouraged Condola to stay because she hasn't eaten. Molly obviously got that look like, I didn't want her here. And even when Condola steps away, Issa sits down with Molly, and Molly said, well, I thought we can really talk. Because, of course, I think Molly wants to dig deeper into the situation with Andrew, and Issa was saying we can save it for our, Sunday yoga, nature, whatever things they do. So Molly's kind of feeling left out. So if we segment back to last episode into now, there is segments of Molly feeling like, yeah, Issa's not paying attention. And she's kind of feeling left out because even in the episode, she was mentioning, oh, Issa's really doing the thing. She said, I've been, so wrapped up into work. I, haven't been as involved in your event. So, yeah. So, Lawrence decides to meet up with Issa. He goes and visit her at her place. She comes outside, and he pretty much, in other words, in the nicest way possible, he really said, keep your damn name out my mouth. He didn't say it like that, but he said it in the most kindest, nicest way that you could say. He said he really likes Kodora, and he wants her to really get to know him genuinely and naturally, and not based on any previous details or previous experiences that Issa may share with her. And she said she, got it. Molly is at home cooking for Andrew, and Andrew, she's making gumbo. Andrew comes through, and he pretty much tell her it is salty. And she done made maybe a couple of batches already, so she was like, you know what? It's salty. It is what it's gonna be. Is because she's not making another batch. So they're, having dinner. She's, going over some things with her family, and she's hoping Andrew will open up about his family, but he really just breezed through, some things with his siblings. And, Molly lets Andrew know that she's frustrated because, she feels like he don't have enough depth and enough umph, and he was like, she wants to know more about him, and he's saying that, he said, wow, it's just nothing's, good for you. You always find something wrong. You always nitpick something. And, he gets upset, disappointed, and he bounces and says, I'm just going to go off to the show by myself. Issa is meeting up with Kodora again, so she calls Lawrence to make sure things are okay, and, wonder should she mention their meetup from the previous day, and he said no. She don't need to know, and he was like, yeah, get the hell off the phone, because he's watching the episode Finding LaToya, so he's into that episode. Molly is feeling some type of way. She reached out to call Issa, but Issa is at a concert listening to Schoolboy Q. So there's another segment where Molly feels like, damn, I'm calling Issa, she's not, available. Molly tries to also make amends with Dorian at work, and he's like, you're trying to be my friend, you do too much, but when you need to step up at the meeting, you don't step up. But if Molly was saying, she just really wanted to apologize on not being a team player last, when they had the Metro play. So hopefully that could be a start of making amends. I wonder, would Molly and Dorian hook up? Something to think about. But we're going to keep it moving. Issa and Molly is out doing their nature hike, walking the trail. And Issa, Molly is talking. Issa was like, oh, that's the song for Schoolboy Q. He's going to be at my event. So Molly is trying, to talk her way through things. And, Issa's dancing and doing her, whatever, her kooky things. Andrew calls to apologize to Molly, he says, it takes a lot for him to let people in. It may take some time. Molly says she understands and she has time. So that hopefully is the start for them to have a breakthrough and turn around. Molly does not tell Issa that the phone call was for work. Was Andrew. She simply tells her that was a phone call for work. And then Issa's like, yeah, you always working. But you can tell Molly, has a look on her face and it's an air about her that something's just wrong. Issa immediately jumped in and dropped the bomb, says she is done with Thickums, aka TSA Bae, because guess what, y'all? He got 2 kids and a third one on the way. Damn. Yeah, that was really something just to do. Molly got that look like, here we go. And, the show ends. And it's, pretty much just Molly's just feeling left out. That's what I got from that. Lawrence is kind of nervous about Issa and Condola's relationship getting tighter. And he's like, how far it's going to go. Molly trying to figure Andrew out. And at the same time, she's feeling a little left out within her friendship. And Issa's just like, la, 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 just trying to get this, don't see anything past this, block party thing. So this episode said they were 3 months out from the block party and we will move forward. A lot of people said they thought this was like another slow moving episode, but you gotta keep in mind we are being blessed with 2 additional episodes. So instead of the normal 8, we will have 10. So I guess they gotta stretch out and make this do what this do. But it's as you see in that first episode, Molly and Issa's relationship is probably finna start shifting. So that is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Someone asked me would I be doing the Housewives of Potomac, which I think they do air May 3rd. I am going to attempt to do Housewives of Potomac, as well as continue on with Insecure reviews. So once again, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.